Hello, I'm Shashi Tharoor, and there was a time not so long ago when the image of the US was inseparable from the idea of immigration. The Statue of Liberty, torch aloft, stood not merely as a monument but as a promise. The tired, the poor, the huddled masses yearning to breathe free would find refuge and renewal on American shores. Well, that was in some ways part of the promise of America in the 20th century, but today it's no longer so solid, because there's a sentiment sweeping not just across America, but across the Western world, through political discourse, through public life, a hardening of not just the physical borders, but the psychological ones. Immigration is now increasingly cast in a negative light, not one of enriching a country. The US was once mythologized as a nation of immigrants. Now it finds its reputation for openness under strain. Europe, with its layered histories of colonial entanglement, postwar reconstruction, has tensions over asylum seekers, refugees, migrant labor, and the welcome is waning. And there's now a complete rejection, particularly what you might call visible immigrants, those whose skin color, dress, language, or religious practice mark them as other with a capital O. And so what you've got is the sense of difference being rejected: a Sikh turban, a hijab, a West African accent, a Latin American surname, a brown skin. These are all lightning rods for a deeper discomfort, one that speaks to people's protection of their identity, their sense of belonging, their fear of cultural difference and dilution. That's what my column is about today. It's a column that talks about the entire vanishing welcome, the way in which, in the famous thesis of David Goodhart, there is a battle between the somewheres and the anywheres, where the anywheres, mobile, educated, cosmopolitan, live in a borderless world, are comfortable anywhere, live the language of diversity, but the somewheres, who are rooted in one place, one religion, one language, one culture, they are feeling alienated by the advances of the anywheres, and the somewheres might be winning. They found their voice, and from Brexit to Trumpism, from the rise of nationalist parties across Western Europe to the open assaults on political correctness, the momentum has swung towards those who feel left behind by the influx of foreigners. So I just want to talk about all of this in my column, which I hope you'll read. The world should not, in my view, collapse into fear, but there's no doubt that it's retreating from the openness, the celebration of diversity, the welcome to immigrants that characterized much of the earlier decades. Thank you for listening to me. Now do read me.